Hello, it's me, Kent Peters again, here to do another video. And before I go to my main topic, I just want to know, with a Yellow card, I was able to spend like $2,000 within 4 months of getting the card. So I got myself 1,000 tickets now, which is good. I never had that many. So we'll see how many winning tickets I get with that. And about my friend, still haven't been able to get him to come on this video. Hopefully I will at some point. Because there's a topic I want to go over, but he likely would know more about it. But anyway, there is something that's pretty much more valuable than money. And what is that? It's time. Some of y'all probably don't think much about time. What's so valuable about time? Time comes and it goes. It never comes back. You can make so much money. There's no limit to how much money you can make. You can make $1,000, $1 million, $1 billion, quadrillion dollars. Not $1 trillion, quadrillion dollars. I mean, you could be a quadrillionaire. I mean, we haven't even had a trillionaire yet, but being a quadrillionaire, it could happen one day if you were able to save so much money. But what's after quadrillion? Nah, I ain't gonna mess up my head. I mean, numbers are just go on forever and ever and ever. There's no limit. So there's basically no limit to how much money you can make. But with time, that's not the case. You can never get the time back. Because once it goes away, it's gone. Let's say you do spend all your money. Let's say you have $100,000 in the bank. You spent it all to $0. You know what? You can build that money back up to 100K. And go back to where you started before you waste all your money. But you'll never be 20 again. I mean, if you're like in your 30s watching this video, you'll never be in your 20s again. If you were a teenager, you didn't date girls, you'll never be a teenager dating girls. You'll never have that experience of being a teenager dating girls. If you weren't able to graduate high school as a teenager, you'll never get that experience. If you weren't able to have kids in your 20s and you're like in your 40s now, you'll never have that experience to being a young parent. You'll never have that experience. Same thing with careers. If you weren't able to like build a career in your 20s or even 30s and you're like in your 50s now, you can still do it, but you'll never have that experience to being a young person with a nice business, making a lot of money. You'll never have that experience. So this is why time is more valuable than money. I mean, we could try to eat healthy and all that. Try to avoid being in situations that could kill us. But eventually we're going to get old. That's pretty much one guarantee in life. You're going to die at some point. But if you don't die, you are going to get old. When I was a kid, I used to think when you got old, you got ugly. That's how I saw as a kid. You were old and ugly. And I did not want to be old. I still don't want to be old. But it's different. The human lifespan is different for all of us. Some of us will die. Let's say the average lifespan is like between 70 to 80, something like that. So most of us will die between 70 and 80. Most of us. Sons would die earlier, like years earlier. And some of us, we're a little longer than that. Some of us will hit 90. Sons, and there's a few of us that will hit 100. I mean, that's pretty rare. I don't even know anybody that's 100. I don't think I ever met anybody that was 100 years old. I be telling my friend, nobody in my family lives to 100, but I just recently found out. I was looking at this ancestry thing, and one of my cousin matches, her great-grandmother, who is my great-grandmother's sister, she lived to like 101. I'm like, whoa, I didn't know I had people in my family that lived that long. And it wasn't that long ago. She died in like 2008, so I was already growing in college when she died. Her sister, who was my great-grandmother, wasn't even that much younger. Well, I mean, she wasn't that much older than her. She was only like about 4 or 5 years older. And she died when I was a child, like 93. So it's different. So when you die, it's different, man, when you die. You can't add years to your life. I mean, you can try your best. But once your death age comes, it comes. There's no buying it. Once you're old on that deathbed, once you die, you are dead. Because every human being, they start off the same way as a baby. They become a toddler, then a kid, a teenager, a young adult, middle-aged adult, older age adult, or senior citizen, you want to call it that. It's that way with everybody. So you really don't want to waste time. I mean, I wasted time this morning because after I got done working out, I wanted to go on Corral because I wanted to eat some breakfast at Golden Corral today. I went there like around, I think it's like around 9 o'clock. I didn't know what time they opened. So they told me they opened at 10 o'clock. I'm like, okay. So I went to BJ's, just look around. I finally come back out like around, I come to the door like 10 o'clock. It was exactly 10 o'clock. And you know what? They still weren't there. So I waited around. They didn't open that door until like 15 minutes after 10 o'clock. And want to know what's bad? They didn't even have breakfast. So that's like what? A couple hours? Because you know I had to drive down there. So I'm just gonna say a couple hours of time I wasted. I mean, it was a good lunch. But I wanted some of that I wanted that breakfast meal they had. Because it's been a while since I ate breakfast at Golden Corral. So I figured, because they did have this bacon that they would fry. They would fry this bacon. I just had a taste of that for that fried bacon. But for some reason, they did not serve breakfast today. So that is time I cannot get back, guys. I wouldn't even drove down there if I knew they weren't going to serve breakfast. So it was disappointing. That's just an example of wasting time. For those 2 hours, I could have did something. I could have did something else for those 2 hours. Same thing with my friends. Whenever, sometimes I be trying to invite them over. I be waiting around, they don't come over. It's a waste of time. Oh yeah, there's something I wanted. I believe I talked about this in my other videos when I was trying to do videos. Like 11 years ago, I was trying to do like some martial art videos for my YouTube channel. This is where I really got into YouTube, really. I was going to do martial art videos. I was supposed to be studying for this test. But then I decided, you know, I'll just go to my friend's house. We'll just get this video out of the way. I go to my friend's house. Both my friends were there. And you know what? We didn't even do the video. Instead, we just ended up sitting around. So they wasted my time. So that was pretty much time I could have been studying. I wasted on, at least if we did a video, it wouldn't have really been a waste of time because I would have had a video out there. But we didn't do that, so yes, I did waste time. I was pretty mad. I mean, I didn't show a lot of anger that day, but I was mad. I was like, you know what, just forget it. I walked out. God love those days. That's when I was a college student. And of course, sometimes, oh yeah, like a few weeks ago or a couple weeks ago, wherever it was, I was trying to sell this laptop. I was trying to sell for a while. I would go like to Hardee's, wait for a person to show up. They don't show up. So it's time I wasted. I can't get back. You're probably wondering, whoa, those are just a couple hours. Those were just a few hours my friend wasted with me. Well, just add all that time up. Just add up, guys. You add those minutes together that you waste, it turns to an hour. You add those hours up, it turns to a day. And before you know it, it'll end up being a whole week. So yeah, sometimes we do waste time, guys. Same thing when it comes to paying taxes. We be procrastinating, saying we're going to pay a tax, but we never do. And before you know it, we got to pay more than what we were supposed to pay. Because it is 2022. It's never going to be 2002 again. I miss 2002. It's never going to be 1992. It's never going to be 1952 anymore. I wouldn't want to be around 1952 either. I heard horror stories. So time really is more valuable than money. Because it don't matter how much money you have. You cannot buy time. Not really, at least. I mean, in some ways, let's see the best way I can explain this. Let's say you're like really busy. You have a lot of money. We're gonna say I'm a YouTuber. I know I'm a YouTuber. We're gonna say I'm a bigger YouTuber. Let's say I had like millions of subscribers, and I actually had money coming in. We're gonna say in this parallel universe, Kent Petersons is a YouTuber. He's as big as Mr. Beast. I know I'm not, but maybe one day I will be. But we're gonna pretend like I am in this parallel universe. Obviously, if I was a bigger YouTuber, I had to put more focus on doing videos. And because of that, I'm probably not gonna have time to clean up the house and all that. So how would I do that? For one thing, I paid for this vacuum cleaner, so the time it'll take for me to vacuum the house, sweep the house and all that, mop the house, the vacuum cleaner could do it. So in a way, I would be buying time because I'm saving time. That would took me vacuuming, sweeping, and mopping the floor in the house. And another thing, actually cleaning the house. Let's say, like cleaning other areas of the house. You know what I'm talking about. Like clean the oven. Yeah, I probably need to clean my oven right now, but some of us just don't do it. And plus, there's more things to clean around the house. So obviously, if I was a bigger YouTuber, I had money, I could just pay a maid to do it. It would save me time. So in a way, I would be buying time. That would take me to clean the house up. Pay a yard guy to cut the yard. Pay somebody to bring food to me instead of me actually cooking food. Or I got to pay yourself to do that. So in some ways, money can buy time in that situation. It's because I'm using money to help me save time. So I'm pretty much sort of buying time. Obviously, I'm not going to be a teenager again I'm never going to experience being a teenager, dating a girl as a teenager. I really wanted to, but it's gone now. I'm not going to get that back. But I can move forward. And I'm getting close to that time. So I just want to go over that. Time's more valuable than money. If you like this video, just give me a thumbs up if you really like it. It does help me the YouTube algorithm. And also, if you really like my video, hit the subscribe button. That'll help me out too. And if you want to stay updated with my videos every time I upload, just hit on the bell button. It should work. With that being said, have a good weekend. Bye for now.